What Ahty doing?
Good evening, y'all. How's everyone doing tonight? Hope everybody had a great weekend. And a good Sunday, too. Oof. Yeah, I was just... I hadn't really had a lot of time this week to really do a whole lot of anything. So basically, all of my personal crap that everybody does throughout the week was all jammed into today. So that's what I've been doing today, and that's why I missed my 2-hour tweet. Because I totally forgot about it until like a half an hour before I was supposed to go live. I'm like, oh my god. But it's all good. Hopefully, anyway. Let's see. Welcome, Oasis. And Lucos, welcome. Lucian, always good to see you. Yeah, so tonight we're going to be picking up the MSQ where we left off last night. So basically we left off, we were looking for, scientists in this big orange circle. And I've found one so far, and it was probably going to take me a long time to find them last night on stream, so I decided to call it there. Yeah. So what did everyone do this weekend? How are y'all doing? Oh, pets. I'll be getting there in just a second. Did some Final Fantasy 15. Ooh. How did you like it? Found the soundtracks for Final Fantasy 14 in that game. I read that as Final Fantasy 14 early and was briefly excited. I love how chill it is out on the roads. Yeah. 8 Wings, joint streams, and about to go into another wacky dream in Psychonauts right on. Besides movie and chill, I spent a number of hours on Tunic, which was too much fun. That and Void Bastards. I've heard a lot about Tunic. I watched Andy play it. So let's hit main here. Yeah, there we go. Let me get rid of let me put V802 on a different screen there. $32? What kind of crap is that? You and Ahty will be the first to know when I fire up Final Fantasy XIV. Damn straight! Ahty Great Bean, aww. Oh, and I also had a nap, which I'm still recovering from. There we go. Oh, that's pretty. Holy heck. Alright, so let's find us some scientists here. That's the one we found yesterday. No, there wouldn't be any down there, would there? They wouldn't do that to me. I think we'll speed this up by getting on Nugs for a bit. Yeah, there we go. I feel like the best experience in Tunic is not knowing a lot, but having a few spoilers like how to solve certain puzzles that are commonly used but not explained till late game. Ah. Hiya, Gabe. Welcome. How are you doing tonight? Ah, there's one. Have you heard anything of what's on the moon? I have no doubt that we can make it up there, but the searching for a new star part of the plan sounds awfully vague to me. I asked the forum, but they will only tell us that our collaborators have everything under control. Forgive me, but I don't feel particularly safe wandering through the sea of stars on God knows what made by God knows who. I'd say that's fair. You mean to say that I could speak with them directly? Amazing! I hope they like questions. There we go. Got a lurk though. Playing It Takes Two with someone. Hope y'all have a great stream. Bokaj, have fun. Thank you so much for the lurk. I'm okay-ish. Alright. That's fair. A calm researcher. Okay. Worries, worries. No, I believe I'm fine, thank you. I've been confiding in my colleagues, and it's helped a lot. Can't recommend it enough. This researcher already has the support she needs. Okay. No, I don't think anybody's out here. Nope, we're good. Researchers. Here we go. Despondent engineer. Just leave me to my misery. The forum can appoint someone else. I apologize. I simply don't know what to do. How am I supposed to pilot the Ark if I'm already falling apart under pressure? You know a starship pilot that I might speak with, truly? Well then, there's no time to waste. They can help me prepare for this monumental task. Alright, so that's 3. I can definitely see where folks were commenting on how repetitive the music was last night. It's definitely something else right here. Oh, there's Euron J. 5 more of these to find. Who's this down here? Unconcerned Gleaner. Apologies, but I'm awaiting a delivery. Whatever it is, we'll have to wait. Gleaner's too busy to chat. Okay. I think I already walked past that dude, yeah. That's just a chocobo keep. An anxious engineer. What am I thinking about? The medical facilities on the ship, of course. I designed them with the assistance of our sages and chirurgeons, but to imagine every illness or injury that one might face in the great expanse is beyond any of us. To say nothing of the effects that living out there indefinitely might have on the body. Fingies, welcome. Good bean. The crew from the moon? Why did I not think of that? Here's a capricious researcher. Capricious sounds like they don't need anything. Ah ha ha! The end of the world is nigh, yet the work goes no faster. Schedules are such temperamental things. Feasible one moment, utter bollocks the next. And yet I've never felt... This one is beyond your help, only sleep can save her now. Wow. That's funny. I don't see anybody else in this neck of the woods. I've just got 4 more. Ah, here we go. By the gods, my chest is tight. Am I dying? Is this what dying feels like? Oh, do pardon me. I didn't see you there. There is no cause for concern, I assure you. No cause for concern. Even though we may need to depart at any moment, If the hull I designed buckles under the strain, the entire vessel may explode on launch, claiming countless lives and dooming all mankind. But that is highly unlikely. Yes, that's highly unlikely. Highly. Our visitors can help me triple check for structural flaws, you say? Why, that would be wonderful. I'm breathing more easily already. Alright, there we go. 3 more. Irascible administrator, who's basically Lex Luthor. Tell me I'm wrong. Yes you idiot! Actually, it solidified it. Have you seen an envelope lying about? This imbecile refuses to give me the alchemic I ordered without that bloody slip of parchment. Unless your friends have a spell to make me remember where I dropped my damn envelope, I doubt they'll be more help than you, and you've wasted enough of my time already. It would be unfortunate for all involved to inflict this man upon the Loporits. A grimacing naturalist. My face? What's wrong with my... Oh, perhaps I'm a bit tense. I was tasked with ensuring that the proper fauna, and only the proper fauna, were brought with us to the moon. However, the suitability of a few species is still under debate, and I can hardly make the decision myself, when I know so little about the environment up there. Including the Loporits in our discussions is a wonderful idea. I absolutely will, thank you. Perhaps their biology itself might offer some clue as well. Consult our collaborators? I suppose that would be more effective than sitting here brooding. I'm attempting to calculate how much cargo we can consolidate into fewer trips, should the ether burner make our original estimates unfeasible. But there are simply too many variables. I feel as if my brow will turn inside out. But perhaps our lunar associates will have more insight into how much weight constitutes too much weight for our purposes. Thank you for letting me know. Perfect. 1 more. Holy heck. I thought this was going to take a lot longer. And I'm kind of glad it's not. Although, it might be a little early to tell. Ah, okay, here's one. How might I help you? My, what a lovely idea. I too noticed people becoming rather tense, so I rushed out to pluck some fresh and fragrant tea leaves. Now I need only to track down 100 or so cups. But don't you worry, I can manage. I hope your plan to cheer everyone up goes well. This woman is doing better than you are! That's awesome. Make my way back up there. Anybody hiding behind this building? Nope. Come on, game. Give me 1 more. Just one more. It's interesting that they include this landing on the orange circle, and I have found nary a person up there. Gotta be someone around here somewhere. Sorry about a bunch of the spinning around and stuff super quick. It's that's just the way the game works. Oh, it's a little froggy. A little froggy. Steady current. Oh my, that's an interesting mount. Nope. There's the unconcerned gleaner. I go out here real quick to see if there's anything. Not that I see. That's interesting. I found like 6 super quick right off the bat, and it's just the very last one is just like, I'm gonna be the hardest one ever. Ah, there we go. Oh. I think this is just not going to be concerns. Nay, there's no point in worrying at this stage. It'll only make the work go that much slower. Woman seems to be coping well. Okay. Alright, that last one has to be around here somewhere. Come on, game, work with me a little bit. Holy heck. How's everyone holding up? Just trying to find this last scientist. Come on. Taking a day tomorrow, still need it physically. Mentally, we've been fantastic. Very productive weekend here. Oh, that's good. Alright, here we go. Here's the last one. Oh, so you're taking a PTO day tomorrow? That's good. You definitely should take PTO days every now and then to just kind of reassess things. Gather yourselves together and all that. That's why they give them to us. Blasted assistants, where have they gone off to a time like this? Beg pardon, but I have not the time for idle chit-chat. I need to reconfirm that ether levels are consistent throughout the vessel's machinery, and it seems I shall have to do so single-handedly. I swear, when I find those assistants of mine... The Loporrits are willing to help? Why didn't you say so? At least they won't moan about how they checked 24 times already and haven't slept in weeks. Lazy sods. Oof. Thankfully, on my way back to Yronge. Yeah, so my days to recharge are going to be, let's see. The Streamiversary Marathon is in 2 weeks. So the Friday before, I took a PTO day. So I could prep and get ready and all that. That Saturday is the stream. Then I have Sunday to sleep. Monday is Memorial Day, so I get that off anyway. And then I took a PTO day that following Tuesday. So, kind of a mini-cation, so to speak. Behold, Ahty, through thine efforts word hath spread throughout Labyrinthos. Verily, to a greater number than we anticipated. Living Way doth gather more Loporrits as we speak. Heck yeah, that's a solid plan. Yeah, I just want to be rested up before and after that. Because, like, holy heck. I shall assign each in accordance with their skills, that new bonds of friendship might be forged. Should greater matters require not thine attentions, watch over them, I prithee. Now who am I supposed to speak to? Wait at the destination. What destination are we talking about? Oh, there it is. Because this doofus and the horse is standing on it. And so's my chocobo, you oh god, what an idiot. Nugs, god damn it. Here we go.
So much in, well, in forever.
Lively, isn't it? The town is abuzz. Everyone eager to meet with our friends from the moon.
This is Thancred.
'Twould behoove you to consult with Sleeping Way. As our moon's pilot, his advice should be most pertinent.
Sleeping Way. God.
I'm impressed. Truth be told, I struggle to tell one from another. No offense intended, of course.
None taken. After you and your friends left Mare Elementorum, we spent no small amount of time with your Urianger. Oh, the conversations we had. He told us all about Atheris, answered our every question, no matter how trifling or trivial. Look! Every page filled to the margins with knowledge. When I first arrived, I was struck by how little I knew. It was daunting. But then I realized that, were it not for Urianger and his teachings, we'd still be stuck on the moon, gazing at your world and wondering what we've been missing.
What would they think if they could see Urianger now? I dare say they'd be more than a bit surprised. And impressed, no doubt. Master Louisoix, Minfilia, Papalimo, and not to forget...
Oh there. Heard there was a visiting expert who we might bother with a few questions. I take it you'd be the one.
Yes, I am.
What's the story here?
Wilson and Blovida, Charlian's foremost researchers in the field of teleportation magic.
Ah, I see.
And Moonbreeder's parents.
Oh, I see. He still hasn't been to see them yet.
It hath been some time. Tis good to see you in good health.
Likewise, old friend. Blovida and I were most honored to answer the call. Never expected this reunion, though, did we, dear?
Alfei, the nerve. Sending that letter, then running off to the gods know where.
Whoa.
Do you have any idea how worried we were?
I'm sorry. 'Twas remiss of me not to deliver the news in person. No, more than that. 'Twas I who...
Our daughter was disillusioned after Master Louisoix left her behind. The day the Scions called upon her was the happiest I'd seen her in years. She made her every choice of her own free will. No one could have ever forced her to do otherwise. Don't blame yourself for her death. Celebrate her life. You know that's what she'd want.
If there is one thing we resent you for, it was that we could not be there to mourn her with you. Reading the words you penned in that shaky hand, we must have cried as much for you as we did for her.
I'm sorry. I truly am. I knew not what to say. Knew not how to express my feelings. The poems and platitudes of wiser men, musings on sadness and loss, studied and memorized, and meaningless in the moment.
Wow.
Silly boy. We are all powerless before such grief. Even now, try as I might, the words escape me. But in our hearts, we know, we always know.
I remember when you were young, how the lads teased you for choosing the company of books over others.
Oof. Hiya, the Cat 467. Welcome. Doing okay. It was it's kind of a touching moment, and just remembering Moonbrita from all the way back in ARR.
Our moon didn't take kindly to that. Be nice to Urianger, she'd shout, and give them a walloping. No matter how many times we scolded her.
So we offered a suggestion. Rather than starting fights, why don't you be the bridge between Urianger and the others? She had to mull it over for a while, arms crossed, brow furrowed in intense thought. But from that day on, she never let you be alone. She'd drag you outside to play, pepper you with endless questions, read the same books you read, all to try and understand you that much better.
I'm in trouble. Oh, what's going on?
I'm sure it was annoying and exhausting at the time, but she only ever had the best of intentions.
Oh, yikes, that doesn't sound good.
And look at you now, at the center of the crowd. The reason there even is a crowd, having brought these people together.
Hi, Apollo. Welcome. Oh, yikes, Cat. Give Paula a good old shout out.
You've no idea how proud we are.
To see the boy, our daughter, trusted and believed in more than anyone, grow into the man she always knew he could be. I can see her in you too. Feel her. She walks with you wheresoever you go. So thank you, Urianger, for being who you are.
Yeah, Oasis, it's really hitting me too.
I think I can feel her too. The truth of her life. Not sorrow, but hope and love.
By the way, recommend you do the next dungeon as a trust like the last one. It's one you really want to take your time on. You don't want people rushing you. Okay.
This moon breeder, She was important to him, wasn't she?
You could ask the man himself.
Oh, no. But watching this exchange reminds me how much I've yet to learn about your world. And its people.
You can live here your entire life and hardly learn a thing.
Thancred is such a dad, right? This answer solidifies it right here. You can live here your entire life and hardly learn a thing.
And that's why it's too soon for this to end.
Wow. Oh, Ahty, be assured that I am fine. I am. Full glad to see them too, after so very long. Gladder still that it was in your company. As difficult as it was to accept their kindness, 'twould have been far harder had I faced them alone. Thou hast my gratitude for lending courage to the Loprids. Not disposed to rest on their laurels, several of our guests have elected to accompany my countrymen to their stations. Some few may still come hither seeking counsel, and so shall I remain and aid them as need be. If thou art needed elsewhere, do not let me detain thee. As a matter of fact, I was hoping you might check on Alize. Last I saw, she was struggling to carry an enormous pile of boxes out the west gate. I could go myself, but we both know whose help she's less like to scorn. Not to mention that, much to my misfortune, I can think of several other things I ought to be doing, until later. Alright. Search for Alize. Hiya, Digital Deer. Welcome. A wild Ahty is streaming. Oh, come on, go over the hedge. Go over the hedge. There we go. I think this is where I need to go. Nope. Oh, it's right here. Oh, there she is. Ahty, what are you doing out here? No, I don't mind if you help with the boxes, but it's far from the most exciting of tasks. Are you sure? Well, I appreciate the assistance. We need to get these to Aporia. Time is short, of course, but they're full of organic specimens and samples, so try not to be too rough with them. Alphino should be waiting for us when we arrive. I'll see you there. Nope, I can't do a fate right now, sorry. is that thing? It's a really big... It's a huge ghost. Extra thick. It's a giant wind elemental thingy, okay. It kind of looked like that Nimbus cloud from Dragon Ball Z, but with a face. Oh, the locks. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Here's Alphino. Oh, you're helping with the crates. Wonderful. You can put that there with the others. You have my gratitude, but how did you come to be involved in this? Huh. Then I suppose I have Thancred to thank as well. If you're wondering why we were tasked with bringing these boxes to Aporia to begin with, so was I. It turns out that this is a base of operations of sorts. Those with final say as to what is included in the ship's manifest can be found here. Father included, I suspect. That should be everything. You carried all of that at once? Are you trying to injure yourself? Oh hush, they're lighter than they look. And not everyone has your delicate arms. I suppose we should let someone know that we've finished. Theopoldin is in the courtyard. We can report to him. Right? And the locks, oh my god, that's all the way back in Stormblood, isn't it? Pretty sure it is, anyway. Why don't you come along? You should get credit for your assistance, at least. Considering where we are, we might even learn something interesting. Supposed to go? Oh wow, there's a crystal over here too. I'm gonna have to sync up with that. There we go. Gods, it never ends, does it? What can I do for you? We brought samples from Charlene Hamlet, Series 110? The crates are by the entrance. Ah, thank you. I had expected one of my colleagues, but we are dreadfully short-handed. I still find salt elementals to be a weird thing, right? It's been a while since I've seen one, but holy heck, like when I was going through there, I was like, that's an interesting elemental. Ah, Kitsu, welcome! Hello! How are you doing tonight? Just a moment. You are Fortuno's children, are you not? Alphino and Alize at your service. We're well acquainted with Father, I take it? Oh, always, Kitsu. quite. I've been friends with your parents since our days at the studium. I remember when you were yay high, waddling hither and thither. Clearly it's been quite some time since we've met. 'Tis good to see you again, wielding your father's newliths, no less. Yes, Katsuki, always miss you. How are you doing? You knew our parents when they were young? What were they like? Pray spare no detail. I should like nothing more than to regale you. Alas, I am meant to be in charge here, and reams of paperwork want for submission. We can help with that, in exchange for the sort of stories our parents would never willingly divulge, of course. Good and sore, oh? Very well then. There happen to be 3 sets of documents in need of delivery, so how about you each take one? Wait right there. You will find a forum representative waiting to collect these near the southernmost structure. I hope I haven't kept her waiting too long. Never mind Alphino and Alize, I'm certain they will be back soon enough. Alright. Nugs is napping. No more. There we go. I need to find the person I need to deliver these to. Okay, here we go. No naps for burbs. Nope, not during stream time. That is awake time. Nice to hear it, Kitsuki. And yes, no naps for birds. Are you not one of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? I thought you were meant to be working on the Ether Burner. Theopoldin's paperwork. I was beginning to worry he had misplaced his quill. I appreciate your help in seeing these documents to my hands at last. As for your other task, pray keep this between us, but I sincerely hope you Scions succeed. The Exodus is, without a doubt, the most monumental undertaking in the history of the Forum, and so we must be circumspect in all respects. Risk is a privilege we cannot afford ourselves. At its heart, however, Charlian has ever been a nation of the curious. 'Twould be a tragedy indeed if we were the ones to stymie your pursuit of truth. Interesting. And comfy, I'm in my fort. Aww. Adjust myself on my chair here. I inadvertently hunch over my keyboard, and I'm always ending up sitting on the very edge of my seat, like the front edge of it. So I'm trying to be better with posture. There we go. That's much better. Quick and efficient, I dare say you have a talent for this work. The twins' papers only needed to be delivered to elsewhere in the facility, so they should be returning any moment. We return, with not a scrap of paperwork remaining on our persons, you will note. Oh, I can show you the melons now. What? Oop, I'm getting beamed. Bean! See, I meant, my gosh. both have my thanks, and my apologies for sending you on an errand far below your ambitions. Why, even as a babe, you struggled out of your swaddling clothes, and it came out sus. just a tiny bit. That is quite enough of that, thank you. It was compromising... Hi, Cass, welcome. It was compromising stories of our parents that we'd asked to hear, to reiterate. Of course, of course. I've known your father for so long. I must have something. Well, as you know, part of why the Levier name garners such respect in Charlian is your family's storied history. You too can trace your ancestry directly to those who came aboard Nionkref's Hope, a lineage few can claim. I had never thought much of it myself. It's not as though our forebears founded our nation. They were simply there when it happened. Howdy, Cass. Nevertheless, it was traditionally been a point of pride. 'Tis why Nionkref's pronouncement, renounce the ways of war and pursue enlightenment through knowledge and reason, has ever been our family's creed. Until your grandfather's time, aye. Archon Louisoix looked not to Nionkref's words, but his deeds. He asserted in defiance of his peers that choosing to save the great and the small from the rising tides was the true mark of our founder's virtue. Perhaps it was his expertise. His Corrosia! Corrosia, how are you doing? Thank you so much for the raid. Beans! So, Corrosia, I know you played 2 games this evening. So you finished up the DLC thing for Life is Strange: True Colors. How was that? And also, how was The Sims? True Colors was good, awesome. Wavelengths was good, all around good, awesome. It was just me and him playing The Sims, and all he did was get to know a few neighbors. Well, that's progress. Sims, we made pretentious douche Santa. Awesome. Such a douche. That's awesome though. I'll BRB. Need to get Grandpa ice cream and figure out what's going on with my stomach. Alrighty. Thanks again, Corrosia. Perhaps it was his expertise, his knowledge of ancient prophecy and the fall of civilizations, that led him to conclude that to eschew conflict at every turn was to consign mankind to his doom. There will ever be conflict, and calamity will follow, thus. To ignore the plight of those who might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. You remember his words well, indeed. Archon Louisoix lived by that personal creed and used every means at his disposal to bring succor to those in need, Charlian or no. No one loved and admired your grandfather more than his son. Yet Fortuno could not reconcile Louisoix's deeds with the philosophy of their forebears and his peers. A philosophy in which he believed so fervently, yet made a pariah of his father. Fortuno agonized over his contradiction for much of his life. God's father. A son may carry his father's blood, but his choices are his own to bear. Is it not always thus? Gods know Fortuno's a cranky old goat, so I'm sure you butt heads often enough. Yet even so, you must know that you are constantly in his thoughts, every moment of every day, and that is not an exaggeration in the slightest. You should have seen him when you were born. Barely recognizable, he was, with a kind of dumbfounded grin I'd not seen since he first took a fancy to your mother. He was practically skipping when he told me the news. Take my word for it, he loves you to an embarrassing degree. But he is also frustratingly single-minded. Once he's decided that a given action is for the best, he will stay the course no matter who or what opposes him. Sorry, I just got a notification. Let's see. Lucos. Noxy Pop, that's interesting. That's cute. Noxy has some great emotes, holy heck. Oop, and I'm getting a pumpkin. First pumpkin of the night. Pumpkin! He's been updating his emotes. Nice. Ah, Kryuki, welcome. I'm glad you could join us. Especially with the Draco Cat thing going on. Oop, pop. Pets.
The nozzle.
The nozzle. A profoundly annoying habit when you're on the other end of it, as I'm sure you will agree. Why is your pumpkin form so fluff and adorable? I don't know. I don't make the rules. I didn't do the drawing. Just Attack Rack is a master at what she does. I'll say. Thank you for your insight. When next we meet our parents, I shall mention that we spoke. I came back because I was underleveled in a world to beat an enemy. Ah, I see. I don't know. It was interesting because, like, when Sky was drawing these, like, it's one of those, like, kind of like those YCH type things. Like, you'll see lots of folks with, like, little pumpkin things like this, or like pumpkin tuber things. But like most of them, like, you know, it'll just be like this cute little animal sticking out of a pumpkin, and the pumpkin lid will be on the head. But like I asked Sky to just draw my tail like super long and wrapping around it, and then put the pumpkin lid on the tail instead. And she loved the idea. Time to play later. Why AH? You're Ahty here. Try not to get me into too much trouble now. I need the forum on my side. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back to work. I have to make sure those specimens you brought make it to their proper places, or the cranky old goat will have my hide. We can speak again later. Hail, you three. Oh, look who it is. Graha. Surely Kokol hasn't driven you out of the forge already? For better or for worse, no. However, he has set me a task that requires more than my single pair of hands, and here you are. I could use at least one of you, but I won't object to more. Unfortunately, Alize and I have prior commitments, and we have delayed too long as it is. What about you, Ahty? Can you spare the time? Perfect. This shouldn't take long. In the event that our, and I quote, promised heap of adamantite falls right out of the bloody sky and into my lap, Master Kokol wishes to be ready to put the proverbial hammer to the anvil at a moment's notice. Oh, pets. There we go.
It's me, Austin!
It's me, Austin! To fabricate these parts, however, he needs the flames in Kokol's forge to burn hotter. He sent me to increase the amount of ether being funneled to his furnaces. It was me all along, Austin! The flow of fire aspected ether in Labyrinthos is regulated by an elemental reactor south of here, which I have borrowed the key. The adjustment will require 2 people to carry out safely, but I can explain the process when we arrive. This is where we part then. We'll see you in Asharlian Hamlet once the adamantite arrives, if not before. This way then. Ah, thank you so much for the follow. Warmand 1323131231231232323. Thank you so much for the follow and welcome. Oop, and I'm getting beamed. Bean! Alright, what's next? I have to go this way. I said more bean! I'm really stoked for that stream tomorrow with Andy. I have a lot of butt coin and doesn't whittle it down fast enough. 1323131231231232323. Translation: I think your avatar is heckin' cute. Oh my god. Yeah, thank you, Kuroja. I wonder what the exchange of butt coin to boob coin would be. Where did I get that sound alert? Okay, that was from Tozu. Tozu. Let's see if I could find the link here real quick. Where is it? I have it somewhere. It was like this dude who, we all know what helium does to your voice, right? Well, this dude found a harmless gas that does the exact opposite, and that's where that came from. Let's see, where is it? There it is. I'm going to copy the link, and I'm going to pop it in chat. Sulfur hexafluoride, yep. There it is. It's the heaviest non-toxic gas. So basically, like, I did the redeem. I made a slice of the audio from that clip, and then made a redeem out of it. The reactor is housed within this facility. I'll be the one to go inside and adjust the fire ether output. When I do, a rather large amount of water-aspected ether will issue from the vent at the top. I expect this to attract at least a few elementals, which we would both rather not be drawn to the reactor itself, trust me. Can I ask that you put down any that draw too near? They'll pose you little trouble, I'm sure. Fuzzy butt that will devour all of your souls. Wait here if you would. Alright, so I'm gonna have like a little battle here. Go. Here we are. Perfect. One thing that bothers me about trust/duty support, there's no physical ranged option, unless it's scenario. Did everything go smoothly out here? I thought as much. No major complications to speak of inside either. And the water ether appears to be venting properly. I expect Kokol will have seen a difference in his forge flames by the time I return. since I have you, there was another matter I thought to discuss with you. Nothing terribly important, merely something I've been considering. Part of this I shared with everyone, yet you and only you have been to Elpis. As we have established, refined adamantite is a product of Alleg, of the Empire's twilight years, in fact. It was a material which saw much use as part of the Allegan's efforts to extend beyond the bounds of this world, Dalamud, of course, being the most prominent. Of those who would push further, expand Alleg's empire to encompass the heavens and the stars above, perhaps the greatest was its infamous technologist, Amon. Amon wanted to travel the Sea of Stars? He did. He must have had his own reasons, however, for there is no evidence to suggest that he retained memories of his life as an ancient. He only joined the Ascians once the Empire was all but dust, as you know. If not his memory, though, what drove him to pursue the idea with such fervor? This may seem far-fetched, but what if souls, like minds, have a personality, so to speak, a natural disposition towards which they are inclined? We know with relative certainty that it was the gross decadence and inexorable decline of Alleg that moved Amon to resurrect the Emperor Zand. The Empire's people spoke lightly of death and destruction, experimenting on those they deemed beneath them to fill the emptiness in their hearts. In facilitating Zand's return, Amon provided these languid souls with the means to free themselves from the mire of their own indolence. Or would have, had not Zand been convinced by his own death that life itself was meaningless. Amon's desire for his countrymen to conquer the heavens could only be a means to that same end, to instill the people with new purpose. Like Hermes before him, Amon was appalled by how those around him lived. Thank you so much for the follow, Wild Saber 1337. Welcome. Hello, Stripes. And guess what? Get ready to throw Genshin Impact in the dumpster, as Ni no Kuni Crossworlds is coming to American shores this summer on mobile, and it makes Genshin Impact look like Garbo. Interesting. Okay. So, like, mobile, that's actually a good thing you brought that up. I've never been super into mobile gaming. It's just with all the microtransactions and stuff, and like the whole quote unquote gotcha game scene. Like, it's never been something that I've been personally into. Although I can definitely see the appeal and why other people like it. My thought lately about Amon Hermes is that he needed someone like us around him sooner than we came around. By the time we arrived, he was already too late, and he was already set in his ways. Yeah, that is one of the things, though. It's like the timeline of events. If you took all of the same events surrounding Hermes, and I think this is actually a good thing that Oasis brings up, is that if you change the timeline just a tiny bit with everything surrounding Hermes, everything I think would come out would so much different. The whole storyline would be so much different. I saw an ad for that game, and it has cute sheep in it, so 10 out of 10 game of the year, I guess. Well said, Finkies. It would definitely unravel, yeah. gosh. I think eventually I am gonna fire up New Game Plus and actually go through all of this stuff from the very beginning. Because don't forget, I mean, like, I played almost to level 50 before I took my little hiatus. So those first 50 levels, I don't remember at all. You look so huggable. Yay! I'm winning! It's made of the Unreal Engine, so it's going to be a good game. Nice. I wish they would give us the 1.0 cutscenes at the very least. Yeah. Like, honestly, I think ARR should have started... Like, basically, you're thrown right in the thick of things of the end of 1.0. Like, what was going on, all the chaos, all, like, you know, the world ending, all that stuff. It should have started there. And then, like, you know, we do what the cinematic suggests, and then we wake up 5 years later, and then, yeah, then there we go. We start... Yeah, that would have been interesting, right? Because, I mean, take a look at Guild Wars 2, for instance. Take a look at Guild Wars 2, right? And, like, you know, if you roll a Char character, and you start out from the very beginning, you are plunged right into battle. Like, the first thing you do is, like, you're in the middle of a war with ghosts. That's awesome. And I think I think that, you know, that would have been a really interesting introduction to this. And both of them sought that meaning, that hope in the distant stars. I feel Ni no Kuni Crossworlds is going to be a chunky game, so I hope my phone can run it. It could be. But I'm sure that they want to appeal to a lot of folks that have older hardware, so, you know, it's probably going to be a little bit more manageable. Such is my theory, anyway. Ultimately, it is the consequences of their actions which matter. Their motives are of no moment, and yet... To reach those stars on wings of adamantite, to travel to the ends of creation and beyond, the promise of hope everlasting, that much I do understand. But enough musing for now. Why don't we see how Kokul is getting on? Hey Ahty, I'm going to step out and eat and get ready for bed. Sorry I keep dipping out on stream so early. Hope to catch one of yours this coming week at some point. Have a good night and rest of the stream. And don't forget, all of you reading this are wonderful people. Aw. Corrosia. Holy heck. And Corrosia, like, you know, I'm sorry that, you know, it seems like I haven't been hanging out in your streams that much. I've been doing my absolute best to at least lurk. But, like, you know, life has been pretty intense lately. So, like, you know, I've kind of had to step back from Twitch just a tiny bit. Like, not my own streams, but, like, you know, just doing some of the stuff that I was doing before. Sometimes it gets a little bit too much to manage, you know? I fear the almighty trash panda of doom. Alright. Ah, Arasheen Demon, welcome. That is a cute head pat. That is a cute head pat emote, oh my gosh. I'm a head pat all of you, please do. There we go. Mione has 2 head pats. Aw, it's cute. Hopefully soon, like I'll be able to nab some more emotes. I'm still waiting on some from Hazarino, and then I have to actually poke Amanda about my new ref, and I need to inquire about some emotes from her. Aw, you're cute. Aw, thank you. Also, I want to clarify that Tanukis are not raccoons, they are close related to pandas. Interesting. They are of a similar family, though. Well, if we're talking about raccoons and pandas, at least. Ah, here we go. Whew. I can feel those flames ablazing from here. Glad you found someone capable, Graha, but there's not much left for you lot to do. Unless you can conjure up that refined adamantite any faster. Here we go. I do trust you to deliver on your promise. I do. Only I should do New Game Plus at some point. Yeah, I mean, I need to do it. I probably will after I finish Endwalker. Andy, welcome. There we go. Devil May Cry 5. Interesting. You're welcome, Andy. Let's see. I hate waiting. I want that adamantite, and I want it now. Oh, wait. Okay. Okay. All right. It's my money, and I want it now. 1-800-877 cash now. I have an annuity and I need cash now. So what was that you said about tomorrow, Ahty? That I can't wait to do our little collab stream with Andy. We're going to be playing A Way Out. And that's going to be fun as heck. Although a little bit later because my work is being a butt. That's going to be at 7 p.m. PST. I am really looking forward to it too, Andy. I gotta get a screenshot of this. There we go. Screenshot saved. Share your impatience, I assure you. Is there truly nothing else we can assist with in the meantime? I wish. This sitting about's unbearable. Pity the forum frowns on recreational explosions. Explosions! I am looking forward to seeing the title screen and then passing out from the time zone difference. I'm sorry. Well, Finkies, you could rectify that by basically packing up all of your belongings into like a pod and then moving to the West Coast. And then you could attend a lot of our streams. And time zones wouldn't be a thing anymore. See, problem solved. I'm helping. Bong! I haven't heard that one in a while. Well, so long as they can't prove it was premeditated. Get you gone, I've mistakes to make. Think outside the bun. Don't threaten me with a good idea, right? That's the thing. I mean, you could hang out with you could hang out with me, you could hang out with Andy, you could hang out with Fawn. Then we could convince Russ to make a bad decision and move out here too. Seen MHA? I have not. I'm all the way the other side of the lake, per se. Oh, okay, so, Europe? Or Hawaii? In that case, I suppose I should go and return the key to the reactor. I'll have one more look to make sure nothing has gone wrong, unintentionally or otherwise. I'm certain there are better uses for your time, however. I will join you in Charlie and Hamlet anon. Okay, now where do I go? I think it's Charlie and Hamlet. Yep. Alright, Nugs, where are you? Oh, Nugs is napping again. What the hell? Let's go, buddy. Come on, sleeping on the job. Yeah, it's this way. Okay. Oh, I'm getting beamed again. Lots of beans this stream. Bean! I'll do a free pets. Hey, Ahty, so how's your progress in Final Fantasy Online, and have you leveled up your character player? I am max level now. I have been for like a little while. So we're making it through, slowly but surely. It's tough though because, well, basically, you know, instead of Final Fantasy being every single stream, it's been 2 streams a week. Which honestly is totally fine. It's part of like kind of an ongoing effort for me to not be a Final Fantasy only streamer. Because I could easily become that. Doing MSQ on Dark Knight and doing the dungeons with Trust was spicy. Nice. I think on Oasis's suggestion, I think this next dungeon is going to be a Trust also. Thank you, Kryuki. Yes, drown the raccoon in coffee and no one can stop me. Interesting, the End of Days hasn't appeared in Charlian yet. I guess we're coming to it. If you wait here, your companions are bound to turn up sooner or later. Yes, there we go.
All set, I take it?
You stole on my wife. She's so pretty.
We finished what we could. Delivered supplies, tracked down escaped animals. Trivial tasks as they may be.
That's enough, don't you think? If there was anything more important still undone, that would be a problem in itself.
So you're halfway through the storyline campaign progressed in Endwalker? More than halfway, okay. I ship my Warrior of Light with Sadu. Another excellent choice. A person of culture. Sadu is awesome.
The vessel is essentially ready for departure. All that remains is to load the final batch of supplies and see everyone on board. Once we've readied the ether burner, that is.
Ah, had a feeling we might find you all here.
Our consultations with the Loperates, too, have run their course. Pleased I am to say that our researchers' concerns have for the most part been allayed, though some insist on making adjustments to the very end. For their part, Livingway and her peers have graciously offered to stay and keep the people company, lest any lingering queries go unanswered.
All that remains is to wait for the refined adamantite.
Yep, everything comes down to that.
Alphino, are you there? It's me, Cryle. Your special delivery has arrived. Round up everyone and come to the harbor at once.
Oh.
Speak of the devil. Let us go at once.
Forgive the intrusion, Master Fortuner. I bring urgent news. A great commotion has broken out in Scholar's Harbor. Your presence is requested, with all speed.
Oop, I'm getting beamed. Bean! What's this in the harbor?
Where might this delivery be?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Holy heck.
I'm sure it's very important, but we cannot accept these without the proper permits.
By the 12! Surely, these can't all be.
They got everything and more. Ah! It's Cat She!
Bleeding hellfire! They're bringing them by sea and by air. All these folks in these crates.
Joe Dirt the Lala.
And more on the way. Got your adamantite right here. A bigger haul than any of these sorry bastards brought, and that's no lie.
Yes, because you were charged with seeing the shipments from Gridania and Uldar here, along with your own. Give credit where credit is due.
Sounds like the sorry whinging of a sore loser. An hypocrite to boot. Ain't no way a scrawny whelp like you took a dozen steps inside a Dalamon shard.
I'll have you know I went all the way to the entrance. Furthermore, 'twas my contacts that enabled us to enlist the cooperation of the Sky Pirates.
Ooh, the Sky Pirates.
Left you outside so you wouldn't get anyone killed, did they? Well then, credit where credit's due, you did a right fine job sitting on your ass.
Sigurd and Menelaine are worse than an old married couple, right?
Make me. I will not stoop to your level.
My, what a grand welcome party. Hancock and Soroban. We come bearing relics both sacred and elegant, as well as a few other gifts that may be of help, to be presented with best wishes from the Eastern Alliance.
Awesome.
I myself have come with a sacred relic of the Kojin. Upon learning of your need, Bunchin bade me deliver it on behalf of the Blue with all haste. Fearing I could not swim here with the necessary speed, however, I thought to beg our Confederate allies for aid. To my delight, Hancock was already preparing for departure at the selfsame port, and had space for additional cargo.
We did, of course, need quite the impressive vessel to get it all here in time.
Yeah, look at that thing.
That is all wonderful to hear, but what of the extraordinary cost? I shudder to think of the ransom we must pay for such a bounty.
Fret not for your coin purse, young Alphino. Lord Lolorito looks ever towards the profits of the future, and thus the East Aldenard Trading Company went to some lengths to reduce the financial liability. And since the Scions funded the entire venture, not a gill need be rendered up in compensation. Everything is already yours.
We funded the venture? When?
Nice.
Fool you. This coin keeper knows a thing or two about spending.
There she is.
To capital investiture, a sprinkling of gil here and there will not do. You need enough savings to make waves when it really counts, which is why frugality is paramount. We also had the benefit of a generous patron. Generous being rather an understatement. She has supported us from the shadows since the very founding of the Scions. We even had coffers to fill.
Mother!
Holy heck. Wow. Fortuno is mad.
Of course, an entirely neutral party. I simply thought our family's coffers were needlessly full.
Kitsuki, thank you so much.
We can hardly take them with us on your teeny tiny toy boat, now can we? And would be ashamed to leave all that hard-earned wealth unspent. Waste not.
However did you manage so much in so short a time, though? I expected word to reach only a fraction of our allies.
Kitsuki, thank you so much for asking. I'm not really super particular on pronouns. It's not a big deal. However, if I had my preference, it would be they, them. Thank you so much for asking.
Did I not tell you I have my ways? Erenville, you were involved too.
So Kitsuki, like, actually, if you don't mind, what are your pronouns? Oh, and Oasis, what are you sorry for? Because I don't want to misgender people. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Cute/T. Thank you.
I received a letter from Cryo after we parted ways in Labyrinthos. She explained what the Scions were trying to accomplish, and why you might soon require the services of the Gleaners, spread across the world as we are. I pray you do not interpret this as a betrayal of Charlie. I accept that the Forum's aim in pushing us to our limits was to preserve what knowledge we have, and I bear you no ill will for it.
I prefer they, them. Okay, I will remember that. I kept referring to you as she, her. You know, the Oasis, that's valid. I mean, if you wanted to use she, her, that is completely fine also.
Yet, in collecting that knowledge, what I came to appreciate most about our star is that there remains so much we do not know.
There was a pronoun extension for Twitch that lets you have your pronouns on show for anyone with them. Yes. And I actually use that too. I forget what it's called though. I've had it popped in. Oh heck, Arasheen, keep that link in your buffer. Nightbot, I have to add you to the regulars because Nightbot controls the linking there, so let me fix that real quick. Hold on. Sorry about that. It's only like a few seconds timeout, so it's fine. Let's see, where are we at? Alrighty. You should be all set and good to go. Why don't you give that link another shot? Nightbot woke up and chose violence. Yeah, you're all cleared to let that link rip again, and also you're cleared to use links in the chat in the future.
That is why I chose to help the Scions, to combat the obliteration of those countless undiscovered wonders. I held no illusions that they would be less demanding taskmasters, though rest assured, if I had, I would have been sorely disappointed.
Oasis, let me add you too. I'm sorry. And let me confirm. Alright, Oasis, you are cleared as well. Because I was the one who posted. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought. Oh, holy heck! I thought Arasheen did because it was like all that stuff I saw in chat right after their name. Ah, yeah. There we go. Yep. Yeah, I use that pronouns extension also. I've been using it for quite a while now, and it's actually really interesting how many other people use it. Because the other people that use it, you'll be able to see.
To make a long story short, the whole of the guild ship cooperated to ensure your call was heard far and wide.
Fortuno is not happy with that. Oh wow, holy heck.
What's this about a ship that can fly to the moon? And why didn't you mention it sooner? The one time you don't beg my aid, your problem's a bloody ship that can fly to the moon.
Sid, you brought the team.
Of course. Garland Ironworks' finest. You need only point us towards my new favorite ship.
As you like us not suspect, we've also brought adamantite for Mordona's Dalamud Shard. I admit to some consternation upon first receiving Qual's message. So few scions remain at the Rising Stones now. Far too few for such an expedition. However, the Gleaners were able to secure us reinforcements. Idleshire's treasure hunters, not least among them. I know. How the Gobbyflop fought. Slowfix's gratitude for the safe return of his daughter has not waned, and he gathered his kin to our side with an astounding quickness. The clash between their machina and the Allagan defences was a sight to behold. I wager even you would have been impressed by the magnitude of the gobby booms.
Gobby booms.
Fascinating as all this is, I fail to see how it explains your presence here. Does Razat-Han not have more pressing concerns?
We do. Yet averting the final days would be the most expedient solution. That, and I am indebted to you.
Slow fix. Quick to assemble a party. Yep. Nero and Hoary Boulder. Yep.
Though they chose to take their leave of Thavnair, those you saved in Galimund remain my people. My gratitude is beyond words. 'Tis appropriate that I aid you in kind. If in the doing we bring salvation to others of this star, so much the better. You will recall that I spoke of my father, Midgard Sommer, and his journey across the great expanse. As he traveled betwixt the stars, his resplendent scales drank of the ether in those nigh empty surrounds, and imparted to him the strength to persevere. Thinking they might further your cause, I called out to my kin for consent. Ashdai's answer was silence, as ever. Tiamat and Chrisvelgre, however, responded favorably to the suggestion.
Tiamat and Hraesvelgr. Holy heck. Those are some heckin' friendos right there.
My sire, too, gave his assent. Thus have I brought you his own worm scales. Fit them to your purpose, and seek a worthier fate for us all.
You'd be hard-pressed to find someone else so familiar with the unique properties of dragon scales. So I invited myself along.
Bugger me, this is so unbelievable. I've gone right back round to believing it again.
Forget a 6% gain in efficiency. With all these goodies, we could get 7, no, 10, no, 14 bleeding percent.
Nidhana, we love you, right?
Think of how far we could go! What we could do with that much power!
What we could blow up!
If Kokol is duly convinced, then it must be true. In which case, the Scion's end of the bargain has been fulfilled. Would you not agree?
Yes, Father?
I know not what you seek of Hydaelyn, nor for what purpose you would take command of our ship. Yet this much is certain. To do so will be to dictate the fate of this star and the lives upon it. The lives of each and every creature, in their magnitude and their fragility. Do you understand? And are you prepared?
Oof, that's not intimidating at all.
We have seen and we have felt how much each life shapes this world. And so we are determined to abandon none. We understand what is at stake, and we are prepared to bear this burden.
Fortuno, I want to slap you. Right? Skippy, welcome.
Then I will bear it with you. I beg you, share your struggles with me. As family.
No.
Wow, he finally cracked.
You grasped my fingers with such tiny hands the day you were born. I thought my heart might burst.
Biffy's here too. Nice. Biff, welcome. Is this her?
What's Ahty doing?
Is this her first time seeing the stream?
It was love and happiness beyond expression. Overwhelming.
Oh, that's
and a
awesome.
conviction so powerful that I trembled with something close to rage.
So, to answer your question about what we doing, this is Final Fantasy XIV. We're actually kind of at a pretty emotional part, which basically Fortuno, which is Alize and Alphino's dad, has basically been kind of like putting up walls and being resistant to basically us helping out basically everyone in the world to escape the coming disaster, which is the final days. And like finally we get to this point where like, you know, we're actually doing all this stuff, and all this stuff that's sitting here on in the harbor is stuff that we made possible. And I think he's finally coming to terms that, you know, we're on his side.
I had heard the final days foretold. I swore to myself then and there that I would not let them steal your futures. The great exodus would succeed, must succeed. No sacrifice or sin was worse than the alternative. If anything gave me pause, it was mine own father. The Archon Louisois openly decried Charlian's policies, a perspective which I regarded with increasing disdain as I grew older. Yet even as part of me thought him a fool, perhaps perhaps I also hoped that he, of all people, would devise a brilliant means to save my children. A naive hope, but stubborn enough that I could never bring myself to keep you apart. No, that was his doing, when he perished at Cartano. As we pulled that twisted slab of Dalamud from the sea, I remembered the warmth of your newborn touch. Chastened, I vowed never again to suffer any interference in my mission to protect you.
Oop, I'm getting pumpkined. Pumpkin!
No matter that you yourselves wished otherwise.
What's Ahty doing?
Detest me, fight me tooth and nail. I would suffer it, and more, and be satisfied so long as I could force you onto the ship.
The nozzle.
I was wrong. You two have grown so much stronger and so much wiser than I dared dream. You have earned the right to walk your own path, and already begun to do so.
Good. Because there are things we care about, and people we love, and none of them is replaceable. Not a one.
It cannot have been an easy journey for you to have come so far.
We shall be glad to acquaint you with the finer details someday, once this danger has passed. All that we have seen and heard, that we have felt and learned in our travels. Ours is not a kind world, but it is beautiful. Always.
Oh no. Are you quite sure that's wise? After all, someone turns pale and flees the room when he sees so much as an envelope containing word of your adventures. Whatever will happen if he learns what you were really up to?
Amelians.
Oh my god. Jackalope, holy heck.
Though I have
Where's my notification?
Most gravely, I owe you an apology as well.
Where's my notification? There it is! Jackalope, thank you so much for the raid. You sweet bean, how are you? Thank you so much. Holy heck, how was Fallout 4 tonight? I am well, thank you. Oh, that's good to hear. Hope you had a great stream tonight. How was it? What did y'all do? And welcome, Raiders. My name is Ahty. I'm a transferee gamer from Oregon. I mainly play RPG games like Final Fantasy XIV. I also play some other stuff, like another great RPG, which is Xenoblade Chronicles. We're branching out into several other types of games too. Like we played through all of the Halo series, which has a stonking great story, but is also an FPS shooter. And Monday, tomorrow, we're going to be teaming up with Andy Dershawn, who's in the stream. We're going to be playing A Way Out, which I don't even know what to classify that game as. But it looks really interesting. But welcome nonetheless. The community here is pretty chill and relaxed. We're all friends. And we just generally just, you know, hang and vibe and have a good time. If that sounds like your jam, please feel free to leave a follow. Or, you know what, just kick up your feet and enjoy. We're so heckin' glad to have you. Holy heck. It's my first time playing it. We just kind of wandered around. Oh, that's fair. You can certainly do a lot of that in Fallout. Holy heck. And Skifty, welcome. A way out is fun. Yes. We tested it very briefly, and holy heck, it's gonna be an interesting game. It's gonna be a ride for sure. Tyler, welcome. Oop, and Pets. There we go. I have been so damn busy. That is a mood. That is a heckin' mood.
I assumed that it was the Scion's influence that made them so keen to charge headlong into danger.
Deadmam 919394. Thank you so much for the follow. Holy heck, thank you so much.
Yours, in particular. I see now that said influence instead brought them together with the many fine people gathered here today. In which case, I hope you continue to guide them.
If we've finished loitering about the harbor, might I suggest we put our plans into motion? People are beginning to look confused.
Perhaps you can spare a few words ere they resume the tedious lugging of cargo. You've no small number of friends and admirers here, after all.
Lend us your strength. Let's go!
Your assistance is appreciated. Now, in an orderly fashion, if you please.
Rabbit Queen Remy, welcome. Hello, I came through Jackalope's raid while AFK, so if you introduced yourself at that time... If you introduced yourself at that time, I missed it. How do I pronounce Ahty? Well, you pronounce it Ahty. There you go. And welcome Queen Remy. Welcome Remy. It's so nice to have you. I messed up my sleep schedule because I was in a 24-hour stream, but I did take a 4-hour nap, so I'm just waiting for it to run 12 so I can collapse. Okay. Heading out to play games with my daughter. Have a great evening all. Alright, Skippy, thank you so much for coming by. And Biff, thank you so much for coming by yourself. It's nice to see you. Don't sweat the name thing. I've had a lot of folks call me stuff like Rabbit Cream Remy and stuff accidentally. Tee from Biff. Well, Biff, I hope to see you around the stream more. You should you should make a Twitch account and then pop in the stream yourself. Just saying. Let Megan Thee Stallion be your pronunciation guide. I'll bug her about it. Okay. That's fair. I still haven't played Final Fantasy XIV, so I don't know much about the story. What I do know, though, is I want to smooch Y'shtola. You and I are of the same mind there. She's my wife, though, so be careful. Just saying. Completely valid. Y'shtola's Bay, right? Yeah, that music selection, holy heck. I'm gonna chat with some extras, I think. Unaided, we scions could never have gathered such a bounty, refined adamantite, relics sacred and ancient alike. I find myself quite overcome. Your swishy tail is hypnotic. Aww. My brainwashing is taking effect then. Y'shtola. Lise sent a letter along with Gridania's contribution. It seems she traveled there to aid in their adamantite recovery. Evidently, journeying to Gridania was quite the trial, as was getting into the Dalamud Shard, as was searching its depths. I suspect she will have few kind words to say about the Alligans when next we meet. The time has come to claim our prize. Are you prepared? If I never see another crate again, it will be too soon. The only Final Fantasy I beat was FF1. I haven't beat any of them. Well, that's not fair for me to say. I beat Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. That I thoroughly enjoyed from end to end. That was a really good game. But I played it on the Super Nintendo. I came really close a couple of times with Final Fantasy VII, but Final Fantasy VII is one of those games that is so good that I got all the way up until the end, and I didn't want... I stopped, because I just didn't want it to end. It was so good. So I've got to take another stab at it. I have got to take another stab at it, and I will do that on stream, and I will finish it. There's more than one waifu in Final Fantasy XIV. I counted at least 20 legal waifus and more of the husbandos. 4 of them are right here, right? The original or a remake? Technically, you've beaten every non-current Final Fantasy XIV expansion. Oh, that's true. The only Final Fantasy I beat was Octopath Traveler, the GBA edition. I cannot wait to see what our friends from the Ironworks do with the ship. My throat hurts from directing so many people to Labyrinthos, but that only proves we got our money's worth. I had no idea how massive a weight it was until he lifted it off my shoulders. But more importantly, his words were an affirmation that the path we walk is the right one. A part of me might have been satisfied so long as my family and friends survived the final days, but to save this star is what we all want most. And if those same people believe that I can help see it done, who am I to say otherwise? Come what may, I will fight for this world of ours until the very end. There's Kryl here. I apologize for not informing you earlier of Arenville's involvement. He was something of a contingency plan. Thank goodness we had him and his fellow gleaners at hand, though. It would have been monstrously difficult to locate Cid and transport the Hanish delegation here otherwise. I've beat 13 too, okay. I forgot they did the NES ones on GBA as well. Might just have to marathon them someday. Read year. There's so many games and so much content there, oh my gosh. You could literally be a streamer who just does Final Fantasy games and just play through each one of them once for your entire streaming career. There's so much there. I'm a raging lesbian, so I'm more into that waifu count. Very picky about the men I'd be interested in, which is why I find it easier to just say I'm a lesbian. Okay, that's fair. So, Remy, I think I want to say that I've chatted with you in other streams before. I've seen you around in other places. Your name seems super familiar to me. Could be my memory is Garbo, though. Well, mine too. That's a mood. We've finally managed to clear the harbor, which means the rest is in the engineer's capable hands. Meanwhile, Father has issued to us an invitation. As we agreed, he will reveal the means by which Heidelin may be contacted. We are to meet him in Aporia when we're ready. Given the vital knowledge she holds, I suggest we leave without delay. It transpires, however, that the Forum's method for speaking with her is not without risks. I'm curious to hear what those might entail, but regardless, be warned. Remy, there's one guy in Final Fantasy XIV that makes me sweat, I must admit. Arasheen, I'm curious who that is. The Forum has already asked for my assistance in overseeing the process, so you needn't worry about a thing. Thank you, Tataru. We're off to Aporia, then. Alright, there we go. Ah, Hythlodaeus. Yep. Ah, Tyler, welcome. Doing great tonight. Doing heckin' awesome. How are you? Oh, and actually, one thing I want to do also is give Tyler a big heckin' shout out. There we go. Yeah, totally understandable. Hythlodaeus is... yeah. I'm excited for Deep Rock Galactic during your marathon stream. Yes! Yes! We're just gotta figure out like where in the stream that's going to be, because like I don't want it to clash too much with your work schedule. Of course, if you have the day off, that would be even better, but, you know, I know, like, basically it's a Saturday, and that's, like, the chances of that are slim to none. Ah, Cheetah Jet, welcome! I do work that day. Let me see if I can get around that. Don't take PTO on my account, though. I'm willing to be pretty flexible too, as to when we play it. Because after all, the whole reason why I would be playing Deep Rock would be because of you, and for you to miss it would just be that would just suck. Is that 10 a.m. Eastern? It's 10 a.m. Pacific. So it'll probably be like, I think 1 your time? I think. Yeah, that sounds about right. But I will be going 12 hours. So that'll be going till 10 p.m. PST. So I could possibly do it after you get out of work too. We could totally discuss it. Let's see, let me catch up with chat real quick. Skifty, thank you so much for the lurk. I work at 5 p.m. EDT. Okay. Well, you know what? We could probably do it towards the beginning or towards the end. I think we can be a little bit flexible there. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Tyler. Super good mood right now. Awesome. So where are we supposed to be? That is a super fat Moogle. Holy heck. I'm in a voice chat with my Polly. Awesome. Ahty, I have already shown the others inside. You'll want to speak with Charlene. She has the key to the lift and can send you down after me. You were the Master Fortuno, yes? Just step inside the lift here. Here we go. From here, we proceed to the heart of Labyrinthos, and its most closely guarded secret. Thalmazane. It marks the beginning and end of our efforts. Whence we delve to seek audience with the star, and whence we will embark on our journey to the heavens. This way, if you please. This place is enormous. Oh my gosh. Look at this place. Wow, there it is. Wow. Oh, Cheetah Jet. Sorry I missed that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. So, Ahty goes primarily by they, them, but not that bothered by others. Normally, I wouldn't answer for them, but we had a discussion on stream not too long ago. Yeah, holy heck. Yeah, they, them works. Also, like Fingy said, she, her also works. He, him, or, you know, what have you. I'm not super particular with it, but if at all possible, I do prefer they, them. bid you welcome to Thomazane. Direct your attention toward the center to behold the ark over which we have long labored. Ah, Cheetah, thank you so much for sharing that. I will remember that. As you can see, 'twas designed as a medium-sized craft, the better to reduce fuel consumption. Miniaturizing magics have been applied to its interior to ensure the thrust-to-weight ratio does not place too great a limitation on its freight capacity. The ether burner, as you know, has been removed for further modification, but we shall reattach it soon enough. I have received word that Kokol and several of your allies are working on it with an intense fervor. They are sure to see it done. 'Twas by their expertise that many a prior disaster was averted. If anything, I fear they will not afford us much time for speaking with Heidelin ere they finish. Yeah, there's the ether burner right there. I think that's it anyway. Point taken. Let us move on. I must warn you again, however, that even with the benefit of our device, to treat with her is not a simple feat. We just go by she, they, when really it's she, her, they, she, and it, she. See, in Finkies, I never knew that, and I will remember that too. Ah, FlameDre04 Fox, thank you so much for the follow. And just call you Flame. Okay, will do. I will remember that. Welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. I have done what I can to impress upon you the gravity of what lies ahead. Are you prepared? As prepared as I will ever be. We make for the lift at the center of this chamber. Come. Hope you're all having a good day. We are having an awesome day so far. And you too. Let's see, where are we at? If there's a dungeon soon, I don't know if we're gonna get to it tonight. Oop, I think I went the wrong way. Ooh, I can have nugs in here. Excellent. My day's okay. Finished prepping the store for the annual inventory. The place is looking good. Awesome. Nugs. Nugs is the real hero in all this, not gonna lie. As you all know, alongside our physical world exists an ethereal plane, what we refer to as the ethereal sea. At the heart of the star, the physical and ethereal are one and the same. Thus, the deeper we go, the easier it becomes to pass between said planes. We utilized this principle in constructing the Anti-Tower, and once more here in Thomazane. Oh wow, look at that. No sooner did the Forum decide to withdraw from Eorzea than we began work on this facility. Our work culminated in a device that allowed us to peer deeper into the ethereal sea than ever before, in search of Heidelin's ever fainter echoes. How do I pronounce that? The Ahtyoscope. And you communicate with her through this device? For a time, yes, but since the 7th Umbral Calamity, it has been rare to hear even a whisper. If you wish to reach her, you must journey closer to the center of the star than we have ever dared, beyond the Ahtyoscope. Even so, I make no guarantee that you will find her, nor of your safety, not so deep in the ethereal sea. We understand, but if we are to deliver this world, we have no choice but to try. I know. I only wish we could do more than observe your progress from afar. The Ahtyoscope's ocular lens, by which we may peer into the ethereal sea without placing ourselves at hazard, lies above us. Through it, we can watch and guide you. In those swirling depths, there are pockets of ether so dense and turbulent that they can unravel one's soul. If we determine that you are at risk of coming into contact with such a pocket, we will call you with the teleportation magics. To that end, it would be best if one familiar with the composition of your souls remained here to assist in assessing said risk. Otherwise, there is an increased probability that we will extract you too early or too late. Please, allow me. I have thought upon this much, and, in truth, I do not believe that I am fit to join you in the trials ahead. The events at the Tower of Babel drained me, yes, but even before that, your capabilities far outstripped my own. This is no time to have a weak link in our vanguard, no matter how much she may wish it were otherwise. If I assist in the manner that Master Fortuno has laid out, however, I still may be of use. Will you trust me to do so? I think of none I'd trust more. Compared to all that effort you put into keeping us alive while our souls were in the first, preventing us from dissolving into ether on a single expedition ought to pose no challenge at all. And even if we did, I expect you would hunt us down and restore us to health somehow. You flatter me, but rest assured I will be keeping a close eye on all of you. There is one more thing. Those in ages past referred to the ethereal sea as the underworld, our final resting place. In its embrace is memory washed away, leaving only the purity of one's soul, or so we believe. Yet, what of these memories? Few think to ask what becomes of them, cast adrift in ethereal tides. Some theorize that they linger for some time, those associated with strong sentiment in particular. In those depths, memories of the departed may even coalesce around you, for hatred or for love. Thus do I caution you to be wary, but also to have faith. Remember those who did gladly extend a hand to you, and they may lift you up once more. This is going to be an interesting journey. Well now. Well, there you have it. It's a dungeon. Here we go. Unfortunately, Oasis, I don't know that I have time to do this tonight. That's the tricky part. It's a fungeon, yeah. Yeah, so here's the thing, like, yeah. Because technically, I mean, I've got about 20 minutes left of stream, and then I've got to split because I have to work super early in the morning. Yeah, sorry to do that to y'all, but like, heck. Like, and it's super important. It's super important that I get to bed on time also, because tomorrow I'm gonna have an 11-hour day at work. So yeah. Best save it for later, yeah. Noah and Fox, welcome! Holy heck! I'm gonna give Noah and Fox a quick shout out here. Noah is a heckin' good bean and also a Final Fantasy XIV streamer. Y'all super need to follow Noah. Noah is a super good bean. A marvelous hacker. But I think valid to go to bed and schlump, right? Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a long day. But, you know, and also I need to save my energy for that stream, too. Because I work 7 a.m. to 6, and then at 6, I have to literally get in my car and break the law in speed limits, getting home, stream with Andy from 7 to like 9, 9:30, 10 o'clock-ish, and then I get to go to bed. So it's going to be a long day tomorrow. But holy heck. So who do we have that's online right now that we can haunt? Let's see. Let's see. Looking forward to tomorrow. Me too. Holy heck. But you know what? I think I know exactly who I want to raid. I know exactly who I want to raid. So, y'all, Clappy Trappy is doing a bit of art right now in their stream. And Clappy Trappy's actually a super good bean. Like, they've just been really awesome. Like, you know, like yesterday, they reached out to me after I wrapped up the stream and was just like, you know what, I had a good time, you know, and it really meant a lot to me. It really meant a lot that, like, you know, like somebody would enjoy my stream that much that would reach out to me and just be like, I had a good time. So, yeah. Let's go raid Clappy Trappy. They are also a fellow storyteller. Let's see. Alright, there you go. Like I said, that is going to be it for me. And y'all, please, 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 stick around for the raid. Clappy Trappy is a super good bean, and I've really gotten to know them, and they're just heckin' awesome. So, like, when we head on over there, just like, but yeah, just show all the love and, you know, appreciation for somebody who's just really so awesome. And thank you all for coming tonight, and thank you Jackaloppy for the raid. Thank you Corrosia for the raid. Like, I met so many, like, new folks tonight. Thank you for all the follows and everything that y'all do. It really blows me away every stream, and I'm just so fortunate for every single one of you to just come by and hang out and vibe. It's been really awesome. So, take care, y'all. Have a great night, and hopefully I'll see y'all tomorrow night for A Way Out with Andy. Alrighty. Take care, folks. Have a good one. And have a great night. Take care.